Hello, welcome to another League with Omnia's Bring to Light, whatever nonsense deck. Made a couple of changes from the previous league that I played, which you can find, of course, in this very channel. So, number one, I cut the fourth copy of Valakut. It's just so bad. it's just so bad on your 5-color deck to have 4 lands that just tap for almost colorless mana. It's a huge cost, and we saw it multiple times where I wanted to like cast a Dryad with Veil backup, or like cast a Nomnath with like negate against control, and it's just like I had a couple of Valakuts in play, and it's just like it just doesn't work. Like there's no way that we can make this work. So I'm gonna try out a Flooded Strand in its place. Besides that, I feel like the main deck is pretty straightforward and it's nice and clean. So we're gonna go with the same main deck. That is the only change that I made. The rest of the mana felt very good. I was pretty happy with the Triumph. Like this in that the Triumph actually felt super nice, and it was often the first one that I got, and it just made my whole mana situation a lot easier from there. We also have Timely Reinforcements and Anger of the Gods. I decided to cut the Kozilek, and the other card that I cut was the second Celestial Purge. So we're gonna be trying these cards. Obviously, pretty great against aggressive strategies, particularly Timely Reinforcement and Anger of the Gods. It just feels like a little bit of a necessity against a deck like Dredge, for example. No for Omnath anymore. Good question. So the version that I'm trying right now is playing Dryads. And in order to make room for the Dryads, there are some deck building concessions that you need to make. Like, for example, adding one more copy of Valakut. My previous list was playing just 2 Valakuts, and it was running 4 Omnaths. But cutting the Dryads give you access to extra slots, so you can run Kaya's Guile or another Teferi or stuff like that. I'm still not sure that Dryad is where you want to be. Like, I'm not 100% sold that Dryad is where you want to be. And also Tracker feels like a little bit weird. I see the concept for it. I understand the idea. That's why I didn't cut it. But it just, I wonder whether this is a card that you want in your deck. But yeah, we're going to be trying it through another league. Hopefully we do a little bit better than the previous one. But yeah, if you are enjoying the content, of course, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button, and I will see you there for round number 1. All right, here we go. Playing against the Lurrus deck. Eesh. This hand's hella sketch. Guess I'm gonna keep it, but is there any way to budget this deck? You mean cutting good cards and playing worse cards replacing them? I think that this is not a deck that you want to try to budget. I don't think this is a deck that you can be cheap with. All right. Not looking good. not a solid start. I want to have my white and blue mana online, so I'm gonna get Jeskai Triumph here. So this could be Prowess, or it could be Burn. Still could be either or. Okay, this is Prowess, because they're going to play Manamorphose here. Replace Ren with Loam. I mean, you are missing a lot. Ren is a lot better than Life from Loam. Not just a little bit better, like... bolt that thing. Play this and say go. This is a beautiful hand of magic cards. Bunch of lands and a Dryad. Some people would call it the nuts. Put Lurrus in hand, put Lurrus in hand, put Lurrus in hand, yes. Okay, so I am going to play a fetch because I want to guarantee that if my Dryad dies, I can cast Omnath. If my Dryad doesn't die, I'm not gonna crack this fetch. And I'm not blocking here. I don't think my opponent can kill me from 14. And because of the second Valakut, I think that I have enough to kill them. If their play is Lurrus, replace Soulscar Mage, we probably just win. It looks like that's exactly their play. Cool. And this is, of course, this is the appeal of the Dryad, right? This is the appeal of the Dryad, and this is what you would be giving up if you're not playing Dryad in your deck, right? So I am not saying that, you know, Dryad isn't great. I am just saying that you're paying a cost for playing it and you're getting sort of a payoff. And I don't think that that payoff is just as clear cut. Okay, we're playing against Prowess. Want Gustos, we want the Fairy, want Decay. So those are the cards that we want. We definitely want Omnath. We don't want Ren and Tix. We don't want Valky. Stupid and sexy Dryad. Indeed. So stupid and sexy. We got 3 cards, but all of our cards are great though. Maybe cut Explores. Let's do this on the draw, and then on the play I'm gonna add the Fairies instead of Explores. I don't think that the Fairy is fairly good in this matchup. Not like insane or anything, but it's definitely okay. And so is this hand. Opponent mulligans to 7. Counting the extra card. Fold that straight up. Yeah. I think that's worth it. I think that's worth doing. Because there's obviously the chance that, you know, my opponent could have had like a Swift Spear or something, or like I effectively saved 1 life there. So it's not the worst. It's not great either, but okay, that's scary. So that gets Temple Garden. I'm probably gonna have to path the Lumimancer. Yep. This hand is really painful. That's why I'm considering just not exploring here. No basic planes? How do you want me to fetch a basic planes? Well, explore costs me 2 extra life. That's what I'm trying to figure out. So I can fetch shock. Go to 14. We path this thing because this is way too much damage. I have to kill it. And then we're going to take at least 5 from this. I guess they can just not flash back the lava dart, but... So we're going to go to 9. Can I go to 7? I probably have to. I think I have to because I am super far away from casting this Guile anyway. So I need to draw into a black source. This is rough though. Ugh, they also have the Metamorphose. Gross. Unless the good thing is that this forces them to do the stuff in their main phase. That's a lot of damage that I'm taking here though. Not dead, technically. But I kind of am dead. Life support, yeah, we're not. Yeah, okay, that's actually dead. Never mind. We are indeed dead. We are indeed dead. Second mutagenic growth will do it. I think I like Explorers better than Teferi. Why can't I draw like that when I play Prowess? I don't know. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. But like after thinking about it again, I think that I'd rather just have Explore because Explore allows me to like do something on turn 2 and then set up my ETB tap lands. So I think Explorer may just be better than Teferi straight up. Keep this. We need second red though. They didn't miss the second land drop, they missed the third land drop. And then killed me, so joke's on me. So we're gonna fetch for Rogin Triumph. And then next turn we're gonna have access to Anger of the Gods plus Path. And we can get the path off of the basic planes here. Red and red. Verdict would be so much better than this right now. Just let me kill one of them, okay? Just at least one of them. Give me a break here, opponent. No such thing. Nice Anger of the Gods, nerd. The other guy's my own anger? How? How am I supposed to do that? Even if I could, I wouldn't do it because I wouldn't need to gust one of my opponent's creatures because I would straight up lose this turn otherwise. What we need is a fetch. So I can Omnath into fetch, into do some good stuff. Green, blue, red, white. Two cards left in hand. So I think with this path, I think I'm not dead this turn. And then Omnath can take over from there, hopefully. That's the plan. Nothing. Opponent goes for nothing. Am I just taking 4? No, I'm pathing one of these dudes. Because I'm probably not going to have the time to path them on my next turn. We get 2 looks at a fetch land. Good stuff. Good stuff. Definitely there's an argument for playing the fetch before playing the Omnath to guarantee that I gain 4 life. I guess that would be 3 life. But if my opponent fetches now and they path my Omnath with the trigger of the stack, we could be in a world of hurt. That's what's going on. Damn it. Could have played around it. Hey Ash, how's it going? Alright, so with 1 card they can't kill me here. Lumimancer. I mean, we're kind of in good shape now. Oh, this is just lethal. Awesome. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, we have only used 2 mountains, so we have enough. Black, blue, red. PTL for scape shift, cast scape shift. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Valakut. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Face, 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 dude, and dude. It wouldn't be an F-published stream if I wouldn't kill my opponent's creatures while I'm resolving a Valakut trigger. Sweet, wanna know? See you next round. Alright, round number 2. Sure. So we're gonna be a little bit off curve. Hopefully it's fine. So what the deck does is you discard cards to fill the graveyard to play Tasigur, then you play Neoform to get out Morphon the Boundless, and use Morphon to make Joda cost 1 mana and play him, and every other human is now free. Wow. I have no idea what half of the cards that you named do, so I'm gonna have to do a lot of reading. Yeah, I'm assuming Heliod here. Do you know what my Dono deck till next week? I'm busy. Oh, okay, Stabs, yeah. We have like a couple other donos for this week, so shouldn't be a problem. So we really need to find an untapped land here, honestly. Yeah, that counts. Explore. And I think I'm gonna go with Rogin Triumph tapped, so I can cast the Fairy if I want to. I'm guessing you're not too excited for my pile anyways. Stabs, you've never disappointed me. I don't think you're gonna start now. Your memes are top quality. So I guess I'm gonna get companied here. Fall of the Throne is making a comeback. Fall of the Stabs. We did find Heliod. At least the apparition whiffed. Ha. Ha ha ha. Well, I guess I just play this Dryad and say go, right? The problem is that if they have Spike Feeder, I am kind of dead anyway. I guess technically I can force the issue. So I guess maybe I do just pass. Or should I? No, okay, I just pass already. But there's also the argument for setting up lethal next turn, which is what I was thinking. Pendelhaven is lethal, yeah, but I'm holding up. That's why I'm holding on to this Lightning Helix. But I cannot beat Spike Feeder, right? But I can beat Spike Feeder next turn. So if my opponent goes for it, we can technically beat Spike Feeder. I guess that my opponent can just sack Ranger Captain, which would be lethal. Yeah, that just forces the issue right now, and I just get comboed out. Fun! Fun deck. I mean, technically we can beat them with Heliod, right? Technically we can beat them with Heliod. With Heliod, no, with Valky. We just have to kill a Walking Ballista, then we ultimate Valky, we exile the Walking Ballista, and we have to deal with a Heliod some other way. And then we can infinite combo them. I can treat you as if you're at infinite life. But I can still win. I just told my opponent, you know, I can kill you. If I Valky, what do I exile? I just plus. Yeah, T-Ball's still their combo. And I told my opponent, like, I will scoop to it, like, I won't scoop to it, like, I can take it as if you're at infinite life, but I also have to go infinite. So I, like, if I establish the combo, then you'll have to promise me that you'll scoop to me as well. And they say that that's fine. Awesome. So this turn I'm gonna do Probably Omnath plus Valakut. I guess it depends on what I draw. It depends on what I draw. Explore. Yeah, so I'll just Omnath here. Green, red, white, blue. And then I play Valakut. Oh, we can play Dryad right now. Seems pretty good. Go to Plains. Dryad. Explore. Another Omnath. Okay, so now we have to make sure that we don't die to the Ballista combo. So I'm going to hold on to this land, actually. Because dealing that damage obviously doesn't do anything. Messed up pretty bad. I don't think that my life total is going to matter. They are either going to combo me out with the Ballista or they're going to lose. Or I'm going to combo them out, I mean. No, I'm not gonna just, you know, deal you 86 damage. My opponent right here. I'm not about that life. I definitely need to find a way to interact with this walking Ballista, though. Bring to light would be great. Heh. Heh. So as is right now, I am dead to this walking Ballista. Because the Mentor kills me. And I can't exile Heliod. Because he's not a creature. I don't have instant speed interaction. I really need some way to interact at instant speed right here. But I can't draw cards. Is there any way that I can get my opponent short on mana? Can't get that, so... Guile... Yeah, main deck, nothing really works. We can't get Planeswalkers with this. So what I think I need to do is I need to get Valky and I need to plus into a removal spell. I think that's my out. I think that is my out. And the removal spell can be either Bolt or Path. So these are the two lanes that I'm going to leave up. I mean, I guess my opponent still has to go for it. Okay, now there's no way they don't go for it because they can make the ballista at 3/3. So there's no way they don't go for it right now. Yep, they're YOLOing. Too bad, too bad. I thought that we could have gotten there. I feel like we could have gotten there, but well, didn't work out. Okay, so Heliod. Probably the single deck I hate the most in Modern right now. Is the deck I love the most Titan Tron? Probably. The Seagull Dispute as bad mana leak? Nah. EGK single to follow. If I scape shift, I don't have access to instant speed interaction, and I needed to find instant speed interaction. So going for T-Bolt and finding instant speed interaction is even though it's not very likely, because I only had 7 removal spells that I was drawing towards, that was still my best shot. If I had had access to a fetch land, then I would have just gotten a Dryad, because the Dryad would have represented instant speed interaction because I had the Valakut in play. But I didn't have a fetch land, so I think that my play was the only reasonable play. Hey, Rented Flesh. So you're tripping through the fields this day. No idea what that means, but sure. Back fast, thank you for the subscription. Welcome back to the 5 months. Chat spam, no bad matchups. Maybe. Oh, field trip. Yeah, that was underwhelming. That whole field trip thing was just rather disappointing, honestly. It was cool and everything, but I don't know. Honestly, I don't know what I expected, really, so. Are we getting Mana Tithe? Can you imagine if we're getting Mana Tithe right now? I wouldn't even be mad. I would just be, you know, kind of stoked, actually. Sure. Conclave Mentor. Cycle Triumph here, which is nice. Hopefully we find something of relevance. Would be awesome to find something of relevance. Utopia Sprawl. Spike Fiderino. Fideroni. Huh, just going face. I think I'm gusting this right now to play around Veil. Also, it means that we don't have to go to this card, which is nice. cool draw. It's a cool draw. Common sense. Thank you so much for the Prime sub. Welcome back for the 11th month. Not enough Tron lands. I want my money back. You're gonna get enough Tron lands on Thursdays, I promise. Tron lands shall be delivered. Bring to light for Dryad not an option, and then my opponent Heliods me and I lose. I assume they're going to pass the counters to the Conclave Mentor. Because they're going to pass one of the counters to the Conclave Mentor. If I got it right to be able to hold path. That's fair. That's fair. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Here we get to trade Ren for the Mentor, I guess. What's up, Arkin? How you doing? Yeah, we're doing that. Saving on to the fetch because next turn we can Omnath into stuff. So we're dead to Ballista. We are dead to Ballista or Ranger Captain. Sweet. They can company here, that's fine. Even if they get the combo, like same deal as the last round. ¿Por qué no lo exilias con Valky? Lee Valky. Gorgaritroll. Esto no es una criatura, es un encantamiento en este momento. Valky no remueve encantamientos. Sure. El mentor, porque si mi oponente endereza me lo puede matar al Valky, me muero de una balista. What's up, Wolverine? How's it going? Can I win through Infinite Life? Yes, yes I can. Particularly now that my opponent has a Heliod in the graveyard. We know that eventually we're gonna get that Heliod. So the way that we win through Infinite Life is we use my opponent's combo. We make sure they can't kill me, and after we make sure that they can't kill me, we use their own combo to go infinite. Exactly. And we have multiple ways of assembling it, right? Like we can... we know that we're getting a Heliod if we ult Valky, so that part is taken care of. And now we have to either get a Ballista or we have to get a Conclave Mentor and Spike Feeder. So we actually have multiple ways of assembling. The only non-replaceable part of their combo for us is Heliod. and we got that. So everyday life is so annoying. It is. It is. I really want Paper Magic to come back so we finally get to a point where people are just scooping to it. Well, now... Well, we can do both, right? Now we can do... White, green. We go with Omnath. And then we BTL for Valky. Maybe the last card in hand is Path to Exile, but... C'est la vie. So... We lose to... We lose to... the thing, the Ballista. But we don't lose to Ranger Captain, not this turn at least. And now next turn what we can do is we can scape shift, and we can scape shift and then find Dryad off BTL, and that will make it so... Okay. So they take my Omnath. Finding Dryad would be great. This is awesome because it means I don't just die. So that's great. Also, this is awesome. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Get Dryad. Play lane. We can't scape shift. Can't scape shift just yet. Just gonna get another Omnath. So now we can assemble Infinite Life. We have 2 layers of interaction. 2 layers of protection from getting comboed out. Yeah, I know, but I'm trying to hold on to instant speed interaction. That's the part that you folks are not getting. Like, I don't care about having the Dryad in play because it doesn't do anything. Like, I'm not going to go for lethal on my opponent. They're at a virtual infinite life, right? So the only thing that matters right now is to make sure that I can stop them from assembling the combo. So the only thing that I care, like the only reason to get Dryad would be so I can also get Scape Shift and I can hold up a fetch land. Right? Fetch land is instant speed interaction. That's the only thing I care about. We're gonna use Valky to win. Or T-Bolt or whatever. Not bad. Valky's messed up? Yes. Yes, it is. They wait for opponents. I don't think that they have that many good things to get at that point, honestly. Ranger would have been cool for sure, but like they don't really have that much stuff that I care about. Even here, I'm just trying to not kill the apparition, because if my opponent plays Ranger Captain, I guess that they can sack the Ranger Captain, so never mind, that doesn't work. Another path, not bad. Valky continues going upstairs. Wins a Pete. Another apparition. Don't mind if I do. Another Heliod, thank you very much. Again, the Heliod is already taken care of. They just want Ranger Captain? Yeah, Ranger Captain is the big one. But now they're missing both pieces of the combo, right? There's Ballista. So next turn we win. And we have like infinite layers of protection. So unless they have an answer to the T-Bolt, we should be good to go here. No, they have more cards. They have 33, we have 28. I mean, they're drawing really well. They're actually drawing very well. Like, that's the third collected company. That's a lot of Cocos. That's good. That's good. So we have to bolt the Ranger Captain right now. Otherwise we lose. And now they can untap. There's no way this is real, right? That was their top deck? Their top deck was Ranger Captain? No way! No way! And they have exactly enough mana? You have to be kidding me. You have to be kidding me. Wow. GG's. All right. Fuck me, I guess. Couldn't I path the Heliod with the trigger on the stack? No, I path, my opponent sacks Ranger Captain, Heliod becomes not a creature anymore. It's unkillable. There's no way we can kill it. The only way that you can kill Heliod when it's a creature with Ranger Captain is if your opponent has multiple Skyclaves, or if they have, Vanishing Burst or something like that. I hate this deck, man. Like I I just I'm so over this deck existing. I want this deck to be over. And before anybody tells me, yes, you could have killed the Arbor Elf on my turn or whatever. Yes, I could have done that, but it's the same thing, right? Like they just, how can I expect that they're gonna draw exactly that? I guess I had to kill the Arbor Elf? That only leaves me with 2 layers of interaction. Yeah, I guess that if they don't draw a land, it's better for me to do this. But if they draw a land, it's better for me to do what I did. That's fucked up, man. Anyway, alright. I'll see you for the next round. Alright, folks. 7 lands, so we're gonna ship that one. Keep this. And I think I'm gonna bottom a land. Just bottom Valakut. ¿Por qué esto sobre la Niv Mizzet? Porque Niv Mizzet es malísimo. Y esto es un buen mazo. En vez de jugar cartas midrange, ganas el juego. Mucho mejor. You can mess around with mid-range threats with Niv Mizzet, or you can just, scape shift your opponent. They die. I like one of them better than the other one. This Spanish word, what does mid-range even mean? I know, right? So, such a confusing language. Helix, big deal here. Overburn Tomb, not big deal though, because we can't cast Omnath with our current mana situation. This is different than Nib, it has a similar way of winning the game, which is interesting. I mean, I don't think it's that different from Niv. It's fairly similar. In that sense. Like, it's playing a bunch of the different cards, but it just doesn't play at all like Niv. In terms of, the way that the matches play out, But Niv just spins its wheels a ton. This deck doesn't spin as much. Like, if you find a Bring to Light, you just win. You're not messing around with mid-range threats. And random, like, value nonsense, Just kill them. They didn't kill me last turn. So we're gonna play this tapped, and I guess next turn we cast Omnath and cross our fingers. I hate this card. Okay. They don't have anything. So that gives me a shot. And unfortunately, I think that Omnath is going to jump in front of this Swift Spear. But if we get to untap, we're probably going to win, I assume. Crash Through is hella scary. Crash Through is super scary. I'm going to block. Arcanist. Wow. Once again punished for not playing Anger of the Gods in the main deck. Or Wrath or whatever. Like any sort of sweeper effect. So they attack. I'm assuming that they draw nothing, right? Like, let's assume that my opponent draws nothing. Then my best shot is to BTL for... I'm going to be at 4. I guess my best shot is to BTL for another Omnath. Omnath, you play an Amulet? No. I mean, you can, but it's a meme, obviously. You just cannot make the mana work. So... BTL for Lightning Helix? Guile, saga creature, game 4. It can't be Omnath. They also have Lurrus, so we probably have 1 turn to draw something of relevance. So because we only have 1 turn to draw something of relevance, I'm just going to Helix the Dreadhorde, right? Can we entwine Ikaya's Guile off of a Bring to Light? Can we draw something here? Lumimancer. Not putting Lurrus in hand. Can go fetch basic mountain. Cycle now. I guess cycle on their end step. T-Bolt Exile creature puts me in a tough position because I die. Oh, come on. Okay, so I guess we're probably dying here. We die to any spell. No darts. You can't end 1 Guile, but you need to pay 3 mana for the end white cost. Escape Shift for lethal. Lol. I guess if they draw a land, we still have 1 more draw step. Not that land. Just any other land that's not that one. Any spell and we lose. Oh, no! Damn it! Not the one that has haste. God damn it. Okay, we were never winning anyway. Gust. These cards. That card. That card. Cut the Rens. Cut the Fairy. Cut Valky. Go and explore. Can't say I expect them to win that way, but that was interesting. It was weird, I guess. That was such a sad way to lose. Such a sad way to lose. Maybe on that turn where I went for the Helix, we could have... Like, we could have just assumed that my opponent was going to draw nothing and then go for Valky instead. And then we exile the Arcanist. We exile Arcanist and then we go down to 3. And then we just hope that Tybalt gets us out of it. Any card you would like to see legal in MH2? Not really, that betrays. I'm not really, you know, one that thinks so like, oh, how could I, like, what would I would like to see or stuff like that. It's just, I'm more in the wait and see kind of camp. I know I have a couple of cards that I think could be interesting or could be cool. I'm not gonna keep this hand. So I'm keeping this one, shipping this land. I think War with Symbiote, for example, could be interesting. Could be pretty cool with elves. Yeah, the elf thing. Another whiff. Another whiff. Would love to see some removal. Would love to see mostly removal. I guess even Ren would have been fine there, which is funny. Shepherd, no. I mean, why would they reprint Zenith? Like, Zenith is banned. I assume you mean Abundant Harvest? I think it's cool. I think it will see play. I think it will see play for sure. Come on, man. I mean, I guess we are playing a third land deck. It's just frustrating. No. I think Crop Rot would be too good. I might just chump log in here. They have 5 cards in hand, 2 mana. Lava Dart would represent so much damage. If I block the Arcanist, I could potentially die. Like, it's not so much the fact that my Dryad dies, it's just like I could potentially die. But the problem is that the Lumimancer is already a 4/5, so like if I block here, my opponent just does nothing and they do something that, you know, develops their board state instead. How likely is it that I'm dead? I guess is the question here. They could have Bolt plus Lava Dart. If they have Bolt plus Lava Dart, I lose. Because this is just lethal. Yeah. I think I just have to block it. And this is just awful for us, but I think I just have to throw the Dryad under the bus. Gross. Super gross. Yeah, and this is what I was saying, like this is the issue, it's just because the Dryad was already virtually dead, I am in a spot where like they can just develop their board. Blue, white, red, green. We're just fucked here. I don't think that there's anything we can do. Like, we're gaining 3 life, I guess. So I guess I just block the Dread Horde. We can gain 3 life. But it's if they have a reasonable amount of instants, it's gonna be like just trivial for them to kill me here. Yep, they're going face, so I'm assuming I'm dead. I'm technically at 1 here. Any 1 instant just kills me. Yeah. Alright, see you for the next round. Okay, here we are for another draw, another round. We're on the draw, probably against Tron. His hand does nothing against Tron, but my deck does nothing against Tron, so this is just fine. And this is potentially a fast hand that I can go like turn 3 Dryad into potentially a, you know, land and escape shift, or land and a freaking bring to light for lethal. So this hand allows me to get lucky, I guess it's a way to put it. That's Tron. All right. I mean, it's what I said, right? It's exactly what I said. Will it work? Maybe not, because we're on the draw. So maybe not, but if they have a worm call here, for example, we may be in business. I need to see turn 2 Rain or a BTL hand. I knew my opponent wasn't Tron. Those hands don't do anything, right? Dryad is a lot more important than both of the cards that you just mentioned in the Tron matchup. So I do think this hand was a keep, actually. And in fact, exactly what I needed to happen kind of has happened here, so even more so after seeing how the hand played out. Again, it may not matter, right? If they just have Ulamog here, like we're just scooping it and we're just moving on to the next game, right? But like if they don't have Ulamog or Big Karn or something like that, because even Baby Karn we don't really care about here. That doesn't matter. Maybe Dismember? Dismember would matter. Dismember would matter. Okay, now their options are a lot more limited. What is their hand? I mean, they just kept a hand with Tron and just hoping. They kept a turn 3 Tron hand. Like, it's a perfectly fine keep. I think it was a good keep for my opponent. Like, that's something that they sometimes have to do. Is just keep a Tron hand and hope that it works out. Sweet. Okay, Tron. 1 negates. Wildfires. Don't want that, don't want that. Maybe some number of gusts. Okay, I guess. Can blow up a nose stone or whatever. Maybe. Except 11, I think it was follow. Sure. So turn 1 Triumph. Turn 2 hold up negate for Karn. Depending on what happens, we can play Dryad on 3, or we can wait until turn 4 so we can Dryad plus hold up negate. Oh, that's an interesting draw. Well, I'm only gonna turn 3 Ren because my opponent doesn't have Tron on 3, so. Yo, Sexy John, thank you for the raid. You got another tower? Weird. We're playing some Bring to Light, Skip Shift, nonsense stuff. Well, now that's an interesting draw. Huh. So if they have Ugin, I'm super screwed. But if they don't have Ugin, we just win next turn. Seems worth it. Probably not getting that much better for me anyway. So they can have Ugin or O-Stone. I'm assuming they completed Tron, even though they showed me Tower twice. So maybe they just messed it up. How was your stream? Yeah, they just fucked it up. Yep, just messed it up. It's been cool 7-1 with Boomer John and big raid from Spike. Nice. Boomer John somehow hanging. Somehow still doing this should be like the Boomer John, the motto. I think I want to blow that up. Blow that up, get my land back, redraw, because now Escape Shift's not lethal anymore. The problem with holding up negate is my opponent has Ulamog mana, right? And I just lose instantly to the Ulamog, so... I can beat the Jegantha. Maybe not. maybe not, but... I guess I could technically top deck Valky here. I just bolt their face. I don't want to discard the land, because that's like I'm just gonna go nuts on their lands next turn. Yeah, sure. Just bolt them. If they have something that I want to negate, I can still fetch for... naturally find the missing Tron piece on the last possible turn. Feels Tron, man. Feels Tron, man. Feels Tron, man. Don't veil me, bruh. Don't veil me, bruh. Don't veil me. Woo, okay. Oh, they have Ballista or Wormcoil. Oh, I can beat that one. Sick. All right. Renblem. Run. Also, that's nice because that just wins the game right now. Blue, green, black, white, red. Escape shift. Cast. 1, 3, 4, 5, 6. Opponent has backed it up. Sweet. Yeah. We got pretty lucky that my opponent's threats were just bad and that they messed up their fetching. I guess that they did have Tron on one turn and they didn't play this, so I guess this must have been what they top deck on the previous turn when they couldn't cast it. So I wonder if, even if they had fetched properly, we may just have still been fine. Impossible to know. Anyway, see you for the next round. Alright, last round. If you put an emblem with Ren, an opponent resets the game with con, you lose the emblem, right? I have no idea, but that's an interesting thing. Another Tron deck. Sure. What's with all of these Jegantha gamers out there today? Oh, I just F6 through my turn. Great. That sucks, because we actually had a shot at winning this game. If I had an F6. I don't know why I have... Yeah, this hand was perfect. I don't know. I just misclicked for whatever reason. We're probably going to lose now, because my opponent's going to get on the board, but... Anyway. It is what it is. Yep. That sucks. Wildfires, got 2 of these, got 1 of these 3, and the helixes. Probably going for Omnath here. White, green, red, white, blue. Same version of this deck, playing Reclaimer and not Ren. As someone who doesn't want to buy Rens, how do you feel about those builds? They're fine. I obviously like them less, that's why I'm not playing them. But it's not like they're bad or anything. Sundering Titan into Oblivion Stone. We can't beat that, right? How do we beat that? We can't beat that. Play Dryad, land. That's 3 damage to face. Plus 3 for fetch. Plus 3. That's 12, 14. Oh, do I have exactly lethal? Because of the 4 from the Omnath, plus the 4 of the Omnath attack? I think so. Wow. Wild. I guess we could beat that, huh? Xaxes. Turn 4 kill. Not bad. Not bad. Oh, that's right. I skipped my turn, so that was actually a turn 3 kill, I guess. Crazy. Oh, no, that was a previous game. Never mind. That was a previous game. Do I just have to hold up negate here? I guess that we have bolt, so maybe we can get away with just exploring here. Yeah. Karn is pretty fucking bad for us, though. God damn it, man. Every single fucking time. Cool. Fun. Fun, fun, fun. Since this is why Spiral is better than Explode, you could have held up negate. I think that saying better just really ignores how bad this X mana is. Like it really, things really need to line up. If you have looked more matches, Lewis, you will see that we basically never have blue mana on turn 2. Unless you plan like from your opening hand, and like it just makes things so much more awkward. Yeah, it really sucks that I skipped my turn on the first game, because I think we would have been able to win that game 1 being on the play if I, you know, hadn't F6 through my turn. What can we do about this deck? Joshua, thank you for the Prime sub. Welcome back to the 7th month. For the fantastic content, keep up the also. Oh, appreciate it, Joshua. Thank you. Okay, so. At this point, I think we have to play Dryad. Remand is unplayable. Remand is an embarrassing card that nobody should ever play. I want my counterspell now, yeah. I think there's some decks that are just going to continue playing Remand even with counterspell in the format. I think it's possible that there are, Remand decks and there are counterspell decks, and they're different kind of decks. I really want the 4th Omnath in this deck. I really, really want the 4th Omnath. I was not impressed by Helix. Not convinced it's better than Lightning Bolt. Oops. What if we cut one land? We go down to 29. The problem is that we really want to explore. And explore really wants 30 lands at least. It's such a tough puzzle. Had a hard time against control decks and counter spells with this deck when I tried it. That has not been my experience, Lewis. My experience has been that I have been able to run them out of answers, or you just land an early Renin 6 and you just force them into awkward spots where they're making plays that they don't want to play. Usually the only games that I lose is when my opponent resolves to Fairy. But yeah, Ren has been great in control matchups. And the fact that most of your cards are just 2-for-1s, that's kind of the nice thing. But you also have a bunch of blanks against control. But these are the cards that come out, and then you bring in counter magic and even more 2-for-1s. So I haven't really struggled too much with the control matchup. The aggro matchups I've been struggling a lot more than I wish, because I just find myself flooding a lot. As for Dryad, felt necessary. Like, I'm not excited to have this card in the deck, but it just feels like we've won so many games because of Dryad, and I feel like this is the busted thing. Like, these two are the busted things that allow this deck to compete in Modern. So I feel like you just have to play these cards. It's kind of the way it is. What I'm trying to think if there's any way that we can just do this and maybe play Farseek instead. Because the turns where you go... The games where you have turn 2 plays are so different than the games when you don't. The games where you go turn to explore are such a big deal. And Farseek seems like the best the best alternative to explore that we can have access to. Yeah, for sure. You can, if you expect to see a lot of control or something like that, you can just, you know, adapt your deck list accordingly. Something like this. I kind of want to make room for the 4th Omnath, but I don't think we can really. Like Bloodbraid? No, I don't like Bloodbraid. There is a Teferi in the sideboard. No board wipes in the main. No Royal Egg. That's what I was trying. That's what I was thinking about. Maybe just go back to playing the one-up Verdict. The problem is, like, when the one-up Verdict is bad, it's just so embarrassingly bad. It's basically straight up a dead draw. Also, why is it saying that this deck is not legal? Wait, what? Why is it saying that the deck is not legal? 60 cards, 15 cards? What? I'm very confused anyway. It's so tough, man. I feel like this is where I would go next. Still considering Supreme Verdict in the sideboard. Still considering extra Cleansing Wildfires in the sideboard. Still considering extra Teferi Time Routlers in the sideboard. Multiple things to try out. Oh yeah, I do think that this deck is good. I didn't do a lot of winning today, but I think that this deck is actually good. We'll continue working on it. I think it's exciting, right? Like I like this deck, and I like trying to figure out the puzzle. I like to figuring out how to tinker with it. So, Chancellor, thank you for the follow. I think this is where I would go next. This is the list that I would consider next. But that's gonna be it for me today, folks. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. I will see you in the next stream, which is gonna be tomorrow. We're gonna be playing some Legacy. So I will see you there. Take care and bye bye.